Everybody, it's time for Matt Chat. We're answering your WWE 2K related questions. Let's get started. Bryson Smith says, do you think that 2K will fix universe mode next year? I don't know about fit. Depends what we mean by fix, my friend. Fixed is a complicated word when it comes to universe mode, isn't it? Because we could see it maybe a little more elevated. If it stays in the game for 2K25, no, I don't expect it to look very different, which is a real shame, because if it is largely the same, like same overall aesthetics, PLEs are still one-day options on weekends, the bugs, like just a few more action items on the list, but at its core it's the same, then it's not going to be very good. And do I think it would be a big overhaul? It should, because we'd be looking at like the fourth year from like 22 to 25. That's a long time for universe mode not to get substantial updates and fixes. Do I think it gets overhauled? No, I do kind of feel like it's duct taped together.
This is Bespoke Post, and this is the Energizer box, giving you everything you need to make your cold brew coffee at home. A full cold brew kit, the spouch, the beanbag box, all in one. Bespoke Post is a monthly membership club that delivers curated boxes of top-notch goods like the Energizer kit right to your door. It's completely free to join, and your membership gets you access to stellar discounts across a variety of products. Like the Alchemy box here. My wife and I love making cocktails in the evening, and this kit is amazing. It comes with everything you need to get started. From the shakers, the strainers, the pint glass, the jiggers, and the muddler, all the crazy words used to make cocktails with, especially the ice cube trays, which we love these ones very much. Get those perfect little cubes. Sometimes we're talking about up to 30% off or more with these boxes. Plus, each purchase you make, you're supporting small businesses. So 90% of everything that Bespoke Post sells comes from small and up-and-coming brands. Bespoke Post makes it so easy to discover new products and elevate your everyday life. To get started, Bespoke makes it easy and fully customizable to you by answering simple questions. They will tailor everything to your needs. You take the quiz, you personalize your subscription, and they'll handpick the perfect box for you every single month. It's like having your own personal shopper there. It's really fun. And I love the fact that I can swap out, change, alter the box every single month too. So you only pay for what you want. Each month you'll get a box assigned to you, and before it's shipped, you'll get a preview of what comes inside to decide if you like it, you want to keep it, you want to swap it, you want to change it to a different box, or you can actually just skip the month entirely for no charge. So get yours today, get 20% off your first monthly shipment, click the link in the description and enter AS20 at checkout, or go to bespokepost.com/AS20.
Oh, here's a good one. Money Mike Production says, Matt, would you love your opinion on TNA wrestlers being included in 2K25 with Jordan Grace challenging for the NXT Women's Championship and seemingly the partnership between WWE and TNA? This could freshen things up on the roster. This continues on with Money Mike, but I think that is a very interesting possibility. We could very well see TNA wrestlers show up as like maybe DLC, because in the eyes of like a casual fan, they see, oh, WWE has a new wrestler, Jordan Grace. They mentioned TNA. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, I heard of TNA, but I don't watch it or anything. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if WWE will go down that path with TNA. If they have the likes of Jordan Grace, for example, coming in pretty frequently, and she's crossing over and challenging. We have Forbidden Door, ladies and gentlemen, but she's crossing over and challenging for the NXT title. That could very well put her in a position to be in a video game. It all depends if WWE license her that way, TNA, if she herself does it. Like, I think they'd be a little complicated. And does WWE want to promote a wrestler that way from the outside that's not on their official roster? It's an interesting dynamic, something that we could see. Could you imagine if we got like a Outsiders DLC, or they did like a Forbidden Door DLC and it was like a crop of TNA talent? That'd be sweet. Salty Rice Cakes, could we see Mark Henry make a return in 2K25 following his departure from AEW? I mean, if Mark Henry goes back to WWE with any type of Legends deal, I don't know if he still had a Legends deal, because even if some wrestlers, if they have like a Legends contract, they still show up elsewhere. If Mark Henry goes back to WWE, which I kind of feel like he is. I remember seeing him do interviews where he wants to work on different projects. He has like a foundation and stuff, so he may not. But if he did return to WWE in any capacity, maybe under a Legends deal, I'd love to see Mark Henry do one last run. Give me one more match at WrestleMania with Mark Henry. It'd be so cool. If he goes under a Legends deal, 100%. Then I think you put him right back in the game. We need that. Lyle asked a universe mode question as well. Matt, how much attention do you think realistically see 2K giving universe mode next year? I love for you to skip the great work. Too sweet. Too sweet, brother. Kind of alluding to the earlier question. I don't know if it does get a lot of attention. To me, it needs like an overhaul. It needs to either go away, which is an unpopular opinion, but I say go away into come into something different, something new, something fresh, something we haven't seen before, which takes a lot of work. And for all we know, 2K has been working behind the scenes for a couple of years on a brand new mode. We don't know. If they are going to keep it in the game, it desperately needs an overhaul. And I don't even know really what that special thing is to get players excited for it. Is it just promos being added in? Maybe it is more of just a more realistic WWE product show that you're creating every week. But realistically, do I see them giving attention? I don't, because we had the 3rd year of Universe Mode, and I thought this year we would get like some substantial fixes and updates, and we haven't. So, I'm holding out hope. But I'm cautiously optimistic. Oh, Tim Lown says, I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but where's the WrestleMania 40 arena? I don't know. I have asked. I don't know. I think it's gonna be this summertime. The last time I heard anything before like the round of DLC was launched for the WrestleMania stuff, WrestleMania pack, people obviously asked, and I think 2K said something around the summertime, but like we're in June now. Just give me the arena. Vasi roster update says, do you think we will get surprise free superstars patched in like last year's or in years past? Last year we got Candice LeRae and Mia Yim. They could do Naomi, in my opinion. They could do AOP, but they might just wait for Naomi because they'll be like, well, we could get, that's another roster spot. That's a potential DLC next year, just like they did with Nia Jax for this year. So they could do something like, I would want them to just give me Naomi with her updated Tron and theme and use her older 2K model. That's what I would want them to do this year. And AOP, their gimmick literally hasn't changed. So just put the old, like refresh, get same entrance, same everything, just toss in AOP as is. That would be cool. I don't think they will, because I do think that they would turn around and be like, this is an opportunity for DLC next year. So other than that, I'm trying to think. Is there a bronze in the game? I don't know who they could add in as free. You guys let me know. If you think Legends at all, that wouldn't happen. They won't just toss Legends in for free. They're gonna make those DLC. But off the top of my head, I have a hard time. Like, I know wrestlers came and went, but there's nobody on the list I can feel like I could think of that left, came back, and they missed the cut. I don't know. You let me know. Miles Hubert says, what is your top 20 best things you want back in 2K25, and do you think it could happen? Okay, Miles, I can't give you 20. It's insane. We'd be here all day. I will give you 1. I think promos could come back. Didn't last year. I think promos for Universe Mode need to come back. We keep talking about Universe Mode. That is something it desperately needs. It needs an overhaul, but I'll say promos because I think that would help. If I was going to pick anything else outside of just Universe Mode, I'd say Story Designer. The more and more I think of it, I think players would really love it if it had all the capabilities in there. Like, I'm talking like online community creations, being able to upload, download people's stories like we've done in the past. If we had that element in there, I think fans would go crazy. They would have a lot of fun, creates engagement, great content online, cool stories you can play online, offline. Yeah, I love that. Story Designer is up there for me, like as number 1. Shadow Kim says, would a Road to WrestleMania mode still work in modern day WWE games? Absolutely. I really think that they should take a break from Showcase overall. We've gotten the 40 years of WrestleMania. Are we really going to go back to just single focus stories for Showcase mode? Like, probably. And that could be Triple H, Undertaker, they could do Roman Reigns, Randy Orton. They could do a lot of different wrestlers. I know Bray Wyatt is on everyone's list. They could do a ton for single stories, like showcases, but like, it's the same thing. It's cutscenes and the matches. And because we've done like up to 40 years WrestleMania, we've done this for several years, we've kind of seen a lot of the combinations already just play out through other showcases and stuff. I would love a 40 years WrestleMania. I know it's kind of the same thing, but in my eyes, if I had 5 stories, 2 to 3 hours a piece, you could focus on a legend, 1 or 2 legend stories, a female story, a cost story, 1 or 2 modern day wrestlers as well. And there is your showcase. So you could do like an Undertaker story, Trish Stratus, a Koff or male female. You could do a modern day like Rhea Ripley story, and you could do somebody else on the main roster, CM Punk, a Seth Rollins, a Roman Reigns story, something like that. And then that way you've kind of covered all your bases. Or you could do cool stuff where you could break it up by like divisions, and you could do like 5-6 stories per division. So we could do a tag title story with the Usos. You could do John Cena for a legend story. You could do the World Heavyweight title, WWE title, you know what I mean? Like you could pick from each one and do it that way. But if I got like a cost story built in there, to me, I'd be ditching my Rise and then like mashing those two modes together. Albert Hunley says, with the upcoming DLC packs, do you think they'll continue to add new weapons, or was that just for the ECW pack? I don't know if any other packs work with different weapons. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if the other DLC packs make sense to add more weapons. Could be totally wrong. I would love it if they added in more weapons. I'm trying to think of what else I would want. I want more functionality with the weapons. Like I want like being able to, I want what we used to have where I could like put it around their neck or their leg and do a stomp, things like that. Or different chair animations and interactions where I could press a different button and not just whack them in the back, but do a sequence, do like a Van Terminator or something. Like we don't have those anymore. So I want those back in with the existing weapons. I'm sure there are 20 different weapons people want, but they did a great job with ECW pack where you got light tubes, you got the baseball bat in barbed wire, you got a door. So, and so much of it is just the same things like we have. Like it's the stick animation, right? It's a chair animation, it's a table. Like they're all so much the same. So it's kind of like endless. Bring back Bray Wyatt's mallet. That was funny. So they could bring in other weapons, but I have to look at the DLC and go, okay, who makes sense for this? One thing I would like them to do though is, for example, casket match. I would love it if they added in and patched in, they won't do this, but make it a dumpster match. It's the same thing. Just change it from a casket to a dumpster and then just put it ringside and throw them in there. It'd be so much fun. Kadar says, Matt, who is on your Mount Rushmore? Oh, Kadar. It changes all the time, doesn't it, for people? For me, it's probably Stone Cold, Triple H, Trish Stratus. I was never like a massive Shawn Michaels guy or an Undertaker guy. Like I love them a lot, but they were never like my guys to watch. Hulk Hogan for nostalgia. I don't care for Hulk Hogan, but Hulkamania, brother. And then I might, you know what? I'll put up Roman Reigns. I'll put Roman in there. Jason Moon. Could you please explain how to add new / the different weapons to the weapon wheel? I have read that you have to do it in match options before the match, but I don't see an option to change it. Speaking mostly for universe mode. Yes. So regular matches, exhibition, weapon wheel, go into match options, you can change it out, you're fine. Universe mode, you can never change the match options, which is lame. So what you do is, I actually did a video, so if you go watch Matt, your cheap plug. If you look at some of my newer videos covering like the weapons and the updated stuff, I have it in there. But long and short is go in and create a custom match from the main menu, and then go to your match table for your universe mode, and then use custom match as the option. So you're like a no DQ match or whatever you named it, and you'll have those new weapons in there, and then those will be on your show for Raw, SmackDown, whatever you select. So create a custom match, go to match table in universe, select it in the match table as the match you want to use every single week on your show, and then you will get that match type. Croc Crew was 1-0, I don't know. Which of these new legends would you want in 2K25? Layla, New Jack, Rico, or Test? Test? I want Test because I'm an Attitude Era kid. Layla would be awesome. Yeah, I'd take all of them. I mean, I would take all of them. If I had to pick, Layla. Layla and New Jack. There you go. I don't think they would put New Jack in the game. Roger Allen says, do you think that showcase mode being so restricted and tedious, it's causing the game to lose some longevity and replay value? Showcase mode has never had a lot of longevity and replay though. It's a one and done. I think that they could spice it up by either based on the difficulty you set the match at or the entire run. If the difficulty you select had an impact in terms of rewards, VC, my faction cards, something, unlockables, like it depending on the difficulty level, change the unlockables. Could do that. It needs something new though. I wish that it had more longevity, but unless they mixed it up to where it was like not only difficulty gives you different rewards, but maybe hitting, I know they incorporate the objectives in there, but maybe just spin it a little bit for the objectives. So like if you do certain match thing, like in a match, like you cause a DQ, you get a reward for a specific match, like where there wasn't supposed to be a DQ. You know what I mean? Or like you lose a match when you shouldn't have lost the match. Like if, or Sean, you do an HBK Undertaker and Sean beats Undertaker. That gets you a specific kind of reward, a different arena, a different custom attire, something different. You know, I think a lot of it too is the rewards, because it's a lot of just arenas and the wrestlers with their attire. I know that there's like, hey, there's not much else we could do there, buddy, but you could try to get it fun and mix it up with like, okay, here is a, you know how like My Rise, they would have the My Rise specific arenas? Then like do like that in Showcase, where it's like, hey, we're gonna give you a really cool custom WrestleMania arena that is nowhere else because you beat this match, something like that. Or like weapons, specific weapons that are unlocked into your game. And a couple of people were asking here, and I'll go with Bobby Crossway. It says, Matt, do you think they will be patching Brock Lesnar back into the game? His fans sure hope so. I can see it happening. I did a whole video last week on Brock and this whole thing, and just kind of going through kind of the timeline of it all. I do think it's very possible they patch Brock in. People saying, are we going to get patched in wrestlers? Brock is in there. And by the way, yeah, you can go to Community Creations and download Brock. Do you know, I did a video on Brock last week. Do you know how many comments I got instantly of people just being like, Brock's in the game, I played with him day one. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You downloaded Brock Lesnar. He's in Community Creations. He's right there. He wasn't in the game day one. Drives me nuts. People read titles. They don't actually watch videos. It's silly to me. Anyways, Brock, yeah, I think they will totally patch him in if WWE just gives 2K the green light. 2K, I don't know this, but I think 2K would have to go to WWE and say, hey, can we put Brock Lesnar into the game? He's not there anymore. Like, can we just patch him back in? WWE has to give him a green light or not. So totally possible. Yeah, at this point, I'm just like, sure, if fans want him in there, then just put him in the game. That's how I feel about it. Make people happy and fix your game. By the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. We've hit over 122,000 subscribers. So if you guys made it this far into our Q&A, I just want to say thank you very much for submitting your questions, supporting the channel. If you can, drop a like on this video. It helps out a lot. Have a great day. And if you want to talk more 2K24, you can click one of these videos right here. It'll help you out a lot. Have a great day. See ya.